Hello folks, welcome to part 2 of the portal series, and today we'll be seeing about some of the Nmap scan techniques. So I have prepared a material for totally 6 commands and with an associated reference material. So we are going to see one by one about these scans. So the first scan that we are going to see is the SYN scan. So as you guys know, whenever a TCP connection is initiated, there is a SYN scan, and what the server will respond is an ACK acknowledgement. Sorry, a SYN ACK, and then an acknowledgement will be sent from the client side. This is also known as the three-way handshake. So what it will do is it will send a SYN packet. So whenever the browser sends a SYN packet, we should get a SYN ACK packet in response if the port is open. If the port is closed, we will receive an RST packet. So here you can see some of the states that we have. So whenever we send a SYN, we will be receiving a SYN ACK in response, and then we will send an RST packet to close the connection. So if we receive, when for a SYN request, if we receive an RST, then it means the port is closed. So let's try to check this in Nmap. So the command to use SYN scan is one small s and one capital S. Then you can specify the IP address of the host. Here I have a system running here, so it will do it on its own. I'm giving the password here. So we got the response. So you can see all the open ports in the system, 21, FTP, 22. So all these have responded with a SYN ACK packet. So we can consider this as opened. And the rest of the ports you can see 977 closed TCP ports because the response was a RST packet. So this is the first command that we have seen. The next command that we are going to see is the TCP connect scan. What it means is, there we only send a SYN packet and then we have resetted the connection. Here we will be sending a SYN packet. For response we will get a SYN ACK, and then we will send an ACK packet, and we will start the three-way handshake, and then again we will send a reset packet to reset the connection. So here is the reference material for this connect scan. First we send a SYN packet, we get a SYN ACK and then an ACK, and we have got a SSH banner string. This is in case of the SSH protocol, port 22. And then we send an RST to kill the connection. So this way we will know that port 22 is open here. So we'll try this one in Kali Linux. The command here is st for connect port scan. So now the scan is completed. We can see what and all ports are open, and same response we have received, like 977 closed ports. So the next kind of scan that we are going to see is the UDP scan. The UDP scan will send UDP packet to every port that is available, and when the port is open, we get a UDP response. That is not a very much frequent occurrence. If there is no response received, we can consider this as open or either filtered by firewall. Any ICMP port unreachable error, it's closed. Other ICMP errors, then it means filtered. So in Kali Linux, I'll show you this one as well. I have already done this here, the UDP scan. UDP scan normally takes quite some time to complete, rather compared to the TCP scans. You can see that these are the open ports that are available in UDP. Some it has decided it might be filtered as well, and there are 992 closed UDP ports. So this is how a UDP scan is done. So the next one we are going to see is the TCP ACK port scan. So the ACK port scan, when we are sending ACK to a server and we get a RST response, then it's unfiltered, and if there is no response, it's then filtered, or else any ICMP errors, it's filtered. So this is just to identify if there is any firewall is available between the system and the server. So this is to identify if the requests are filtered or unfiltered. So this ACK scan is used for that. Let's do this ACK scan in a Kali Linux system. I'll use the same ones. For ACK scan, you have to use SA. So now the ACK scan is completed. You can see that there are 1000 unfiltered TCP ports. So that means there is no firewall monitoring for these 1000 ports. And here the host is up. You can see that a host is available on this specific IP address. So we have found that these are not filtered. None of the requests are filtered by any firewall. There is no firewall in between the system and the server that we are analyzing. The next one is the window port scan. What the window port scan does is there is a window field in a TCP packet. So here you can see the window size. Based on the window size, it will determine if the system is up or not, or is the OS system, or if it's closed, open, etc. You see, when there is a TCP RST response we receive with a non-zero window field, it means it's open. So in this field we should receive a non-zero number. It means it is open. If it's a zero window field, it is closed. That means the port is closed here. No response is received means it's filtered, and any other ICMP errors, it is filtered. This is the state. So let's start by going for that one. For a window scan, you have to do SW. So the scan is completed, and we can see that 1000 closed ports are there. So this scan does not yield any results for us. It shows that all the ports are closed, and any other data we can get, not much data we can get from this window scan, it seems. So the next one we are going to see is TCP maimon scan. So the maimon scan is used to the maimon scan sets up two flags, fin and ACK, in the TCP packet. You can see here, and once the fin and ACK is set, we should receive an RST packet if it is closed, or any other ICMP errors if it's filtered, and if no response is received, it might be an open or a filtered possibility. So let's start with the maimon scan here in Kali Linux. So for that we have to use SM for maimon. So now the scan is completed. You can see 1000 closed ports TCP it says, but the reality is it's open. So this is case by these two are case by case scenarios where we can find in certain cases, where in certain cases you can't find it. But these are all the possibilities for some of the Nmap scan techniques to identify what kind of port is open or not. I hope this video is useful. If you have any question, please represent in the comments. I'll be very much happy to answer your questions. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.